in the beginning, and I didn't win any of them. You know, I went up and I boxed this one kid. He was like 10-0. He was really good, and they said, "Well, do you want to fight him?" No, and I said, "Yeah, I'll fight him. I don't care." You know, even though I knew I was, I didn't know I was going to lose because I wouldn't have gotten in the ring. You know, actually, I kind of did know I was going to lose, but I wanted to practice. You know. And I wanted to get up in front of the crowd because there were a lot of people I told that I was gonna box, and I was supposed to box this other kid, but he never showed up. It's the first fight I ever had. But you know what? I didn't know much about boxing back then, so he stuck his hands out like that, which is kind of a customary type thing. And you just touch gloves at the end of the third round, or the beginning of the third round, because that's the last round you're gonna fight. And he did that, and I hit him because I didn't know that was like a, unsaid, you know what I mean? I didn't know. Nobody told me that one. Two girls at this party that we were at, and they ended up back at my apartment. And they go, "Come on, let's do a line." And so I put one out there, and it was a big one, a fat one. And this one girl comes along, I go split it with her, right? And she did the whole thing. And then I was like, what are you doing? You didn't even take care of her. And she goes, "Oh, it slipped up. It slipped up her nose," she said. You know what I mean? That's a good idea. I thought it was pretty funny.
Okay.
That's all I got.
All right. So tell me the other story again about the guy with the pen.
Oh, this buddy of mine comes over, and I had a girl coming over, so I just wanted him to leave, but he wouldn't leave. He said, "Come on, give me a line." I said, "How much money you got?" And he goes, $7. And I'm like, "Oh my God!" I said, "All right, here's the deal. I'm gonna give you a line. Keep $7, and then you can, you got to get out of here as soon as you're done." He goes, "All right." So he's all excited, and then I went to the cupboard and I got it out and I laid it right in front of him, and he'd already snapped off both ends of the pens, and he went, "Oh my God!" It's like that, and I was just like, "What's the matter? What's the matter?" And he lifted up his head, and he had ink coming down his nose. I think he went across brain damage. But I had this algebra teacher. He was actually a baseball coach, one of them, and he was actually a pretty cool guy. But we butted heads a few times. And one time, he said, "Eddie, you can't have your book like that." He says, "That's just wrong, because I had all kinds of papers in the binding of the book, and it kind of ruined the binding. I mean, the book had already been in class for probably 2 or 3 years prior to that anyway." So he took me to the principal, and he, basically told him that I had gone ahead and, disrespected him because of the fact that my binding wasn't, fixed. And I said, "Well, I'll tell you what, I'll pay for the book, but you got to take off the 3 years depreciation for the, for the time that you've already used the book." So we did that, and then, I ended up costing me like $10. But one day when I was when we had the assignment due, I did the assignment actually right in the book, and then I just ripped the page right out, and I went and gave it to him, and he says, "Eddie, you can't do that." I said, "Why not? It's my book." He didn't have anything to say. Yeah, I heard there was a drug problem in Lowell, but I never had any problem getting drugs. In closing, I'd just like to say God bless everyone, and please God bless this movie. And